There he is. The champ is here. Hello, Josh. How are you, my man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
What was that you just put in your mouth? Was that gum? What, oh, it's a little, what is that, beef jerky type of thing?
Mhm.
Oh, caveman. Oh,
It's
nice.
like it's made by TJ Dillashaw.
Oh, sick.
Actually, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Shout out. Shout
Shout out.
out. How does this one feel? The other one, like, it's weird because the title victory, there was all this controversy surrounding it and it felt, inconclusive. This one, there was nothing inconclusive about it. I'm wondering, does this feel like the official title victory, or were you always counting the first one as the official?
Well, we can't count out the first one, right? I won, so this is just a title defense, man.
Okay. How'd you feel about the performance? How'd you feel about what you did on Saturday?
It was good. It was good. I actually wanted. I think I could have finished him in the third round, but I actually want to prove a point, and I kind of fucked that up. Fucked that one up.
How so?
Um, I was rushing the rear naked choke, you know what I mean? So that and I didn't have to hook over it and things like that. So that was my fault, man.
Any particular reason why? Do you feel like you were too excited, overzealous? Why do you think you did that?
Because I don't know, man. I was just like excited, I was like, oh Shay is here. And I was just like, let me try to get it.
Did you see that one picture of him on the ground after you dropped him? Do you see the one? We could show you
Uh
this one right here.
oh, that's crazy. I thought he was out. That I think I woke him back up like when I hit him back while he was on the ground.
That's a crazy shot right there to do that to another human being. So in your mind, were you disappointed that you didn't put him away in that moment?
Nah, man. I knew he was tough. So shout out to Suratara.
Yeah, I saw you give him props online on social media, called him a dog, all that stuff. Was he
Mhm.
tougher than you expected? Did the respect grow after going in there with him?
Yes, yes. I see why he's where he at. I think he have a lot of heart, and he's a great kid, man. He's gonna be great for sure.
Yeah, he presented some challenges, I guess you could say, with the longer reach and just his particular style. But
Mhm.
it didn't seem to matter to you whatsoever. Were you concerned going into the fight about any of these things, these attributes that he brought to the table?
Nah, man. I spar, people who are longer than him and taller than him and things like that. Even Royval was taller than him and stuff like that. And the thing is, like I always say, man, it's always my timing and my distance that keep me different from these guys. So it don't matter how long they is or how tall they is. Like if they don't understand the distance and the timing, I don't think they can put hands on me.
The significant strikes output and like the delivery is amazing. I read this stat earlier that you're now already second in UFC flyweight history for significant strikes landed, despite just having 11 fights in the promotion. You average 110 significant strikes per fight, and you've landed over 107 of your 11 UFC appearances. Number one is Brandon Moreno. He has 1308 significant strikes. You're at 1230. You're going to pass him in your next fight. Like your
That's
output
crazy.
is nuts, man.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yes.
You get tired out there?
Nah, never.
I love it. And your fight and your relationship with Tatsuro was the antithesis of what we saw in the main event. I was wondering what you and
Mm.
Tatsuro were thinking at that press conference. That was one of the most heated and just sort of like, like all the
Yeah.
vitriol. And you guys were just sitting there chilling, like you didn't have to do much. What are you thinking in that moment when Sean and Hamzat are saying the things that they're saying and the atmosphere is as hot as it is?
Well, it was crazy, man. Hamza is a cool dude, man. He's chopping it up in the back a little bit, and he was like, "Let's go have fun." And I didn't think it was gonna be like that.
You did it.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it, bro." And then he came out, and then they started going at it, each other, and I was like, "I hope I don't miss this." So I put my phone ready just in case some fight broke out, so I can record it.
Did you like that because it kind of took the pressure away from you guys to sell the fight, like they were doing all the talking?
Yeah, I enjoy every moment, man. It was a crazy, like, that was like one of a kind, man. I ain't never been into a press conference like that, you know.
I liked what you wore to the press conference. Can you tell us what it represented?
Yeah, and that represent my Chin root, right? I'm from Myanmar, and Chin is the state that I was born in. So that's our traditional clothes. And shout out to Suitably. I send them our culture clothes, and then they make that happen. So
Wow. They recreate, because
yeah,
that's an American company, right?
yes, no,
Oh,
Canadian.
Canadian, yes. I think
Yes,
Montreal. Is that right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Ayman Zahabi does work with them as well. And they just recreated it. And did they nail it?
yes, yes. They just surprised me on press conference day.
Wow. What was that like to get that? Like, because it represents your country, your people, where you're from, to
Yes.
see it, to wear it, and to wear it on a stage like that. What did that mean to you?
It mean everything, man. It mean the word to me, man. You know, just to show the world where I come from and my traditional clothes like that.
And what did the necklace represent? Or was it
Oh,
just a
the
great
necklace.
that you were wearing?
It's just some eyes, man. This my
Uh,
mom and my dad. You know, when like this is where the village that I was born is right next to our old house. So that's the only pictures I have of them. So my boy made me a change and just keep wearing them.
wow. Was your mom at the fight?
Yeah, she was there.
Okay. How'd she feel about it to see her baby boy in a war like that?
She was happy. She enjoyed fighting now, so it was crazy.
Oh, now she's cool. She's down with it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. She loved it. She loved every moment of it.
Did you know that beforehand? Did you know that Pantoja was there?
Yeah. He was, cause I met him at the face off.
Oh, really? Where was he?
Yeah. I know he was in the crowd too, and I went to shake his hand. Like I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
And how was that? What did he say back?
Well, he was just like, "Yeah, what's up, bro?"
So you went out of your way to say hi to him.
What you mean out of my way? I never hate the guys, man. It's just like, "Yo, what's up, man?" Uh, we not enemy, man. He's just my opponent at one time a point, but uh, we not enemy.
Do you feel like he feels the same about you?
From what he said, I don't know. I don't care.
There was that shot of you talking about him in the post fight where you were like, get your stuff together and I'll see you. What did you
Yeah.
mean by that?
Well, the thing is, it kind of shocked me, right? Right after me and him fought, like I said, I didn't see his hand before I celebrate, and then when I came back from the cage and I look up, that's when I see his hand, and I walk up to him and I say I'm sorry, and he was like, I'm sorry. And then after that, he posed a video where, like, it was Joshuavan destiny to be a champion, this and that. I give him nothing but respect. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hey, man, he's a great champion. He accepted. And next thing you know, he came to your shows. And, he was talking about I popped back my shoulder and,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. And it kind of shocked me in a way. I'm like, what? Like, I respect you so much. And for you to, making up all that stories is kind of crazy.
And so is that why you said afterwards, like, that you caused it? Because I think some people felt like it was just a freak accident, but you said in the build up to this fight, no, you caused that. You did that, and you should know better than
What
to
you
fall
think?
that way.
You think I caused that, or it was just like a freak accident?
Honestly, I'd lean to injuries in a fight are a tricky one. When someone hurts their knee because of leg kicks and then they take a step back, I would say that the person caused it. But I thought that one, being 100% honest, was a freak accident because it was so close. It was so early in the fight. It was 20 something seconds in. I'm not saying you shouldn't be the champion, by the way. Injuries happen. You can't continue. You win fair and square. I never took anything
Yeah.
away from you, but I would err on more of the freak accident side as opposed to it was caused side, just being honest.
I mean, that's your opinion, but like I said, man, we were like, when I first walked into the gym, they taught us how to fall, and they taught us not to pose our hand like that. And, he's a black belt, and I think he should know how to fall.
Would you say that it was maybe a mistake on his end as opposed to something that you did as far as the pushing him to the ground and falling that way? Or do you think you led to him something that you did in particular, and if you can explain why, that would be amazing to fall that way.
I don't know, cause when he kicked me and he landed, but then I had his leg, and then I kind of like pushed it, and I think that kind of like made him off balance. So that's why he posted. And when he posted and I pushed it, the force were like too great. So I think that's why his arm just like snapped like that.
Can I ask, like, does that upset you when I say that? I'm not trying to take anything away from you and be disrespectful in any way, shape, or form, but does that annoy you?
Nah, man, that's your opinion, man. That's your opinion. You know what I mean?
I'm not really right with like, these
Yeah,
things, but I'm not a fighter. I've never done it. That's just what I see.
yeah. Like I said, man, that's your opinion. Everybody have our own opinion, and I think out of all the people, he should know. You know what I mean? And for him to say that, like I was celebrating because I didn't want to fight him is crazy.
But I have to admit, Josh, this makes us want to see the rematch so much more. This is going to be a big, big fight. You agree with that, right?
It's gonna be a great fight.
When do you think it happens?
Uh, I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Would you like to turn around quickly?
Yeah,
You're all good?
yeah. I mean, you got to get some more milk, for
I like this.
calcium and
You're very
calcium
subtle.
and shit.
You're
I don't know.
subtle. I like this. I like this, Josh. I have no problem with this. This is good stuff. You think he needs to drink a little more milk to fortify the bones?
There you go. There you go. You got it.
Will you try to
Mm.
exploit that injury when you fight him? Will you try to target that?
Nah, man. I think it should be healed by now. Uh, probably couple more months, and then the fight camp. So I think he should be 100% by then.
As far as you were obviously supposed to fight in April, and the fight
Yeah.
got pushed. Can I ask, what were you dealing with, and was it 100% on Saturday?
Uh, yeah. It was a lot better. But like I was having a problem with my knees. And it was like I couldn't run. Like the last 2 weeks was of my last camp was the only time I get to run. I couldn't run. All I do was bike and shit like that. So and then I'm the type of guys that the coaches like tell me to like take a rest or go home and things like that. And when I keep texting coaches like, hey man, I'm gonna take today off, this and that. I think they see something that's not usual. So I think that's why they call it off, I think.
Was that difficult for you to be that close to the fight and then have to wait a little bit longer, have the setback, if you will?
Yeah, Daniel Pineda already told me like 4 weeks out, man, he was gonna call it off. I was like, nah, man, I'm doing good. I'm still sparring. Look. And then he kept watching me. And 3 weeks out, I was ready to spar. I put my shin guards on, gloves on. And all the coaches were outside. And then there was like, hey, Josh, come out. And they have my managers on the phone. They was like, this is what we decided. And that was it.
Did you see Manel Cap's tweet about you?
What did you say?
I could read it for you. We have it here in a
Mhm.
moment. Okay, big props to Joshua for the achievement. A lot of people and fighters have been hating on him, and the only answer I could find is jealousy. Many fighters can't handle the success of others, and that's exactly why they'll never truly succeed themselves. The journey started when he took the opportunity after I broke my foot. He stepped in and beat Royval. Congrats to the young man, but I'll see you soon, and I'll take back what is mine, not on my time, on Allah's time.
That's that's very good coming from him, man. Now he's speaking the truth, man. Like I said, we ain't never enemy, man. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like he was giving you love there. It seems like he was giving you
There
props.
you go. Yeah, yeah. Like it's always respect. You know what I bring to the table. I know what he brings to the table, man. When it comes to fight, we fight. You know.
And I feel, and maybe I'm wrong, I feel like you get way more I know you said that you felt like Pantoja was making you out to be the bad guy. I feel like a lot of the fans love you and are excited about your success and feel some sort of way in a positive way about you. Do you get that impression as well?
Yeah, man. Like bro, it was hard because you know, like the title, winning the title like that is already bad, right? I won't wish up on my worst enemy, right? But you gotta remember, like, and then Pantoja came back and say all these things and all this other stuff, like it kind of like annoyed me, you know. And on top of that, my fight got canceled, and then now people start saying like I ducked Tyra and all this other stuff. So now, in my camp, man, I was just pissed off, you know, trying to hurt all my sparring partner and all this other stuff. So the coaches have to be like, "Yo, bro, you can't hurt all your sparring partner, man. You know, calm down, stay calm, relax, you know." And that's what you see in my last fight too. You know what I mean? I was calm and relaxed.
What's the reaction like back home to this win? Do you have any sort of sense? We talked once about the celebs reaching out to you, the media attention. What's it been like?
It's amazing, man. As of right now, like I kind of stay off social media a little bit because it's like we haven't like Saturday night. I didn't get to sleep until like the Sunday night, you know.
Wow.
Because I got back to my hotel at like 2:30, and then I have the Burmese fans, the Chin fans, and stuff like that. You know, we having prayers, and then there go 5 in the morning, and then our shuttle leave at like 5:30.
Oh, wow.
We got to catch that flight and then come back, and then you know my church members, they came here and then prayed for me and things like that. So it was just a lot of praying.
Wow. So after the fight, like some people go party and you're praying.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have to thank. Yeah, we have to thank. Give to our God, glory to God.
In the hotel room, or you went somewhere else?
No, not in the hotel room because there was a lot of people, so we did it in the hotel lobby.
Okay. Wow. So just in front of people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible. And then you just went straight to the airport.
Yeah.
And are you able to go back home, or forgive my ignorance, or is that not possible right now?
No, but I'm going. I'm going back to Thailand, and I'm going back to Malaysia, where I was in refugee camp and things like that. So.
Wow. When are you doing that?
Next week.
When was the last time you were there?
Like 13 years ago.
Wow. Wow. Are you going to go with your family?
No, just me and my boys.
You going to bring your belt with you?
Nah.
Nah. Too heavy, right?
Yeah. I don't like bringing my belt around, man.
But considering all you've accomplished and how far you've come, I'm sure it's going to be very meaningful and emotional.
Yeah, it would be great, man. Like, you know, I want to go check out my old school and, you know, where they teach me education and stuff like that. So it'll be a great memory.
Incredible. Well, enjoy that, my man. Well deserved. Congratulations on the win. Another great performance on the Fight of the Night award as well. Maybe Fight of the Year by the time the year is all said and done. You got one last year.
Another one.
Yeah, back to back.
Yes.
I love it. Well done, Josh. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. And congrats again.
Thank you, brother.